Hey, friend, welcome back to the Special Kind of Motherhood podcast. I am so glad that you're with me today because we are going to be talking about something that so many of us struggle with. What do you do whenever you can't seem to stick with your healthy habits? Maybe you started off really strong, you were feeling super motivated, but then a few days passed, or honestly, maybe even a few hours, life happened. Maybe your toddler wouldn't nap, maybe you didn't get good sleep, work was really crazy, and suddenly that really big, ambitious goal that you had feels impossible. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know this. You are not failing. It could just be that you are making your habit too hard. And today I'm going to show you how to adjust your habits so that you can actually stick with them without feeling like you're setting yourself up for failure. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's go. Hey friend, welcome to the Special Kind of Motherhood podcast. If you're a busy mom looking for easy ways to live healthier, feel better, and take care of your family, you're in the right place. We are here to make healthy living easy so you can feel your best while caring for those you love the most. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about why we struggle to stick with new habits. Most of the time, it is not because we are lazy or we are unmotivated. It's actually because we set the bar way too high. We go from 0 to 100 thinking that we need to overhaul everything at once. I honestly have this tendency, and it's something that is a struggle for me. I want to be able to do it all at once. And I have really had to try to train myself to make gradual steps at like a little bit over time, basically. So when life gets crazy and we have these really big, huge goals, and let's be real, life always does get crazy. There's always something happening. There's always stress going on. Then those really big changes that we plan to make, they feel too hard. They feel too overwhelming. And so we just quit. Because we think, okay, if I can't do it all, then I just won't do anything and I'll go back to what I was doing before because life is so stressful right now that I can't handle any other changes. It's like deciding that you're going to run 5 miles every morning when you haven't ran at all in years, but you start with 5 miles. So then by day 2, your legs are screaming and suddenly you hit the snooze button every morning because you are not looking forward to doing that and you feel like you can't tackle that anyways. So it's easier just to quit. So what is the fix? Instead of making these huge changes, we really just need to start smaller. So small that it feels almost too easy. And this is something I talk about a lot. Let's start with these small 5-minute habits. So let's get into that. Let's say that you want to get more sleep. Maybe your goal was to go to bed 30 minutes earlier, but every night you find yourself scrolling Instagram or finishing laundry instead. Instead of doing 30 minutes, try 15. Or honestly, if 15 minutes still feels too hard, then start with 5 minutes. Just make the change that you're going to make feel so small that you really don't even notice it. Make it so it's so easy to make that change that it doesn't feel like any work. And I feel like that really is the key to creating these lasting changes over time that really add up. Maybe you're trying to cut back on sugar and you decide that you're going to eliminate all sweets overnight, but then by the next afternoon, you're eating that cookie. Or maybe by day 3, you're white knuckling it through the grocery store, staring down the cookie aisle like it's calling your name. Instead of that, just try removing one sweet treat a day. Maybe you skip your afternoon soda, but you still enjoy a piece of dark chocolate after dinner. These small changes are going to add up over time and lead to big, lasting results, which is really what we want. We want changes that we can actually stick with over time. So, like I said, we know that small wins are going to build momentum over time. So whenever you accomplish a tiny goal, you're going to feel successful, and that success will keep your motivation up, which is going to keep you on the path towards these positive changes that you want. Let's say that you want to drink more water, but you feel like your 80 ounces a day goal is impossible. Instead of that, just start with drinking 1 extra glass a day. That's it, just 1 extra glass. And then guess what? After a week, you may see that you have been naturally drinking more water without even trying because you built the habit in a way that feels easy to you. And again, you can add the 1 glass and over time, then make it 2 glasses and then 3 until you reach your goal. And it is the easy habits that are going to be the ones that stick. So we need to make sure we're making this as easy as possible. And this is going to be a super short, simple episode. So I want to leave you with this thought. You do not have to be perfect to make progress. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You don't have to wake up tomorrow and be this whole new person. You don't have to change everything all at one time. All you have to do is take one small step in the right direction. If you adjust your habits to fit into your real, messy life, they will actually stick with you. And that is how you're going to create that lasting change. So here's my challenge to you. What is one small adjustment that you can make to a healthy habit that you have been struggling with? Whatever that habit is that you really wish that you could start or stop, what's an adjustment that you can make it easier for you to actually stick with it at that habit? Instead of quitting, how can you tweak to make it doable? I would love for you to send me a message on social media or email me and just share with me what that habit is and what you are going to change in order to make it easier for you to stick with. I just want to hear from you. What is it that you're committing to today? And also, if you have found this episode helpful, please share it with another mama who needs this reminder. Let's support each other in making healthy changes that actually work for our busy lives. That is all for this week, and I'll see you back next time. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds to share this with a friend who is wanting to live more holistically without the overwhelm? Also, don't forget to head over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. It blesses and encourages me to know that this show is helping you. All right, friends, it's time for me to go work in the garden and make some homemade bone broth. I will see you back next week.